And here we are at the Novotel Resort in Nusa Dua, down in the tourist economic area. So very nice, access to the beach. So this is the first hotel we're going to be staying at in Bali this year, and then we're going to be going over to Kuta, staying at the Pullman, back down to the Sofitel in Nusa Dua, and then we're going to be staying at about 3 villas to the north of the island and in Ubud and Seminyak. The first part of the holiday this year is a boys' holiday. I'm over with my son before my wife and daughter join me. And into the lobby. Over there you've got guest services, over there you've got checking in. Everybody speaks very good English, so if you've got any questions, they're more than happy to answer them. Over in the background there you've got the entrance to the complex. You've got a guard on there, it's gated so nobody can just walk in. Every time we come in with a bike or walk in, we're always asked whether we stay here, what room we're in, etc. And the concierge down at the front, happy to get you taxis if you don't have the Grab app. Right, first things first, let's have a look at the room. We're up in the 7th block on the 5th floor. And this room is a 1-bedroom apartment or 1-bedroom suite. So if you come into it, the first thing that you can see is it's really big. Now obviously this isn't the bedroom. And obviously you've got 2 men living here, me and my son, and we've been here a few days, so don't expect it to be too tidy. But if we come around the corner, you've got a kitchenette and the fridge with some nice cold bintang in there, all the important stuff. And then if we come over here, so dining table, settees, television, and an absolutely wonderful balcony. Now it's a double balcony, so we're facing down onto the pool there. You do have rooms that face onto the gardens at the back all around, but this is the pool one. And you've got the entrance there to the bedroom, or the exit from the bedroom straight onto the balcony. And if we come over here, you can see the view down into the pool, and just down there is the restaurant where you have breakfast. Over in that direction is the lobby. But really nice, and the sun comes up over that way and sort of sets over that way, so you've got sun all day on this, which is really good. And if we go back in, I'll just show you the bedroom. Close the door first, keep the air conditioning in. Right, let's go and have a look at the bedroom. So in this one, because it's me and my son, we went for a twin bedroom. Primarily because the size of the actual apartment itself is fantastic, and obviously we didn't want to sleep in a king-size bed together. Now, I have had some fantastic nights sleeping here. We're only staying here for 4 nights, but the last 3 nights have been wonderful. There's the exit onto the balcony, so plenty of light in here. And if you're staying in the room during the day, you don't hear anything from the pool outside. Another television, which is good to nod off to at night time. And we'll go through to the bathroom. You've got a bidet toilet, single bowl, plenty big enough for all your ablutions stuff. Mirror, the bath's great, takes a while to run, but 3 nights of luxuriating in the bath, you can't go wrong with that. And if we go back out again, I'll just quickly go through the rooms. Right, so if I'm not mistaken, this room cost us around about £450 for 4 nights, and we're pretty much at peak season as well, so I thought that was fantastic for 2 people to stay in. Now that's the 1-bedroom apartment. You've also got 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment, and even 4-bedroom apartment. You've got single rooms. Some of the apartments have, the ones on the ground floor anyway, have pools, their own private pools at the back under an awning or a cabana. So yeah, really good. Lots of choice with regards to rooms. And so I've stayed in Nusa Dua quite a few times now. We've done the meal here, we've done the beach and spa, we're going to do the Sofitel. This isn't on the beach like the others are. However, I'm finding it to be excellent value. And I think I've said somewhere else, with it being an international hotel chain, the service that you get is what you would expect, and to a certain extent almost surpasses that. The rooms are cleaned fantastically, and all the staff that I've spoken to have been really, really polite good English, they can communicate well, which is exactly what you need. So that's it with regard to rooms. Definitely something that I'd stay in again if I was coming back, but we'll see more of the summary at the end. The Novotel is one of the few hotels in the gated area of Nusa Dua that isn't on the beachfront. But in saying that, with a 10-minute walk down this avenue, you come to the Novotel's own beach area, which is excellent. So we'll go and have a look at that now. Right, so after a 10-minute walk, we've got to the Novotel Bali Nusa Dua Beach Club. It's a nice walk down here. You're almost walking down an avenue of trees. And then if we come down, we'll see we're on the beach. Now, normally we're to the far left-hand side of the beach. There's an outcrop with a blowhole in it and everything, which is really, really nice to walk on. But with regard to Nusa Dua Beach, as I say, never been this far to the right-hand side before. So you've got a bar area, obviously eatery as well, kayaks and boards to use. You've got your towels as well. You can organise water sports. Now, it's only about 7 o'clock in the morning, so nothing's really out as yet. No people are down. But you see we're going to come out onto a lovely sandy beach. You can walk down to the right or to the left. We'll go down onto the beach and I'll show you that outcrop that you can walk onto, which is really nice. Just walked into a tree. But yeah, this is the beach. You get the sunrise on this side in the morning, and obviously if you go over to the other side of the island, you get the sunset. Over there where you can see the waves breaking, you can walk out onto that. There's a temple there which is really nice, but if I just pan around, you'll see that you've got, even though the hotel itself isn't on the beach, you've got a lovely beach area to actually come down and use if you don't want to be around about by the pool. So all good. Let's carry on. All right, so we'll have a quick tour around the hotel now. Make sure you go to the end of the video for the summary, because I'll tell you about the surrounding area, what there is to do, the eating places, etc, etc. A quick view of the map of the hotel. So we're staying over here in 7, so we've got the pool view, and obviously all the villas have got a garden view as well on the back there. There's the legend for each of the accommodations, and you've got the reception pool, gourmet bar, another restaurant, kids club, a cafe, and gallery, not sure what that is, and obviously the spa and fitness centre. And you've also got a 24-hour convenience store as well. Right, let's go and have a look round. Right, just had breakfast, nice and early, tried to get down there for about 6:30 as soon as it opens, purely and simply because if you don't do, it gets really busy. That's my recommendation anyway. Let's have a look at the pool before everybody starts coming down to that anyway. Okay, huge pool. Obviously this isn't all of it. It stretches up there as well, and we'll go around and have a look at it. But there's plenty of cabanas, there's plenty of sun lounges. Lovely cabana there. They're actually scattered around all over the place, the cabanas. Now it's a very established hotel by the looks of it, so there's plenty of foliage all over the place just to keep the shade off during the day. One of the other things as well is everything's accessible within a short walk. Got a little child's playing area on the left hand side here. And as you can see, lots of signage so that you don't get lost. And on the back of that kids play area, you've also got the kids club as well. So definitely something to keep the children occupied so that the adults can enjoy themselves. And this is the main pool. Again, lovely and big, plenty to swim around in, more cabanas, lots more sun lounges as well. On the back of it, you've got one of the restaurants, which is where the breakfast is at, which is really big. But again, if you get there first thing in the morning, it can tend to be a little dark in there, but it soon brightens up. This is the pool bar, or an evening bar. I've had a drink in there as well, very nice, overlooking the pool. So still very early in the morning, nobody up and about yet. Everything's ready by the pool. Obviously, you've got some towels have been laid out by people. It does get a little bit noisy later in the day. However, it's a nice noise. It's people enjoying themselves, so it's not irritating at all. And something else that's really important to me is the water temperature. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's definitely not cold. As with all hotels, you get entertainment laid on. So tonight is a Balinese night, which is dancing, food, etc., for 400,000, which is actually just under £20 per person. It's plus, so it's going to be a little bit more than that. But £20 for entertainment and food, you can't knock that. And there's also a tourist shop by the pool with knickknacks and Prada hats of all things. And for those last minute gifts, you've got the boutique just off the lobby there. Right, it's just coming up to 8 o'clock. The sun's starting to pop over the buildings. That up there, if I'm not mistaken, is our room, which again is lovely. And to say it's 8 o'clock, not much movement down by the pool. And now we're just going to have a walk down to the back to see the convenience store and also where the spa's located. And here we've got the Imbalance on-site spa. Very much like any other hotel spa, you've got various treatments, a little bit more, well, quite a bit more expensive than the off-site massage and spa places. But all the hotel spas offer a higher standard of service, usually much better trained masseuses, and the environment that you have the treatments in is a lot better as well. However, you do have the option to go off-site if you want something a little cheaper. And stuck around the back, you've also got a little kids garden. If you just look into that, they're growing all sorts of things: tomatoes, chilies, lemongrass. Lemongrass, you can't knock lemongrass. Everything that you cook should have lemongrass in it. Okay, so something very interesting now. So we're at the back of the complex, and if I spin the camera around, so we've just walked up there, and we're going to go up this ramp, and if we go through this door, now this isn't actually an entrance to the hotel, although it looks like an entrance to the hotel. You've got some, if you want your lashes doing or anything like that, if you're going out, you've got that shop there. But if you come out of here, you're on the side road, and there's your 24-hour convenience store. One of the challenges that you can have when you're on a resort is that you're literally stuck out in the middle of nowhere. You're completely reliant on what the hotel provides and also the price that they provide it at. And that's not the case here, which is excellent. There's also bike hire, which is really useful, because if you want to go down to the Bali collection, it's probably going to be too far to walk that. You can also make use of the front of Nusa Dua, because there's a long walkway that goes from one end to the other. Nice views, you can call in at bars, other hotels, etc. So this is a good idea. Okay, so in summary, the Novotel in Nusa Dua, what is my honest opinion of it? I have been very pleasantly surprised. So it's not on the beach, which, as I've said before, a lot of the hotels are in Nusa Dua, but it's only a short walk down to the beach, or they also lay on a shuttle bus as well. So if you want sand in your oil when you're sunbathing, that's an option for you. The pool itself, huge, although very family oriented. Lots of games going on and families enjoying themselves. We've stayed here 4 nights before we got to Kuta to stay at the Pullman, which I'm really looking forward to. I do like the Pullman, but I've never stayed in a resort Pullman before. And then we'll be coming back down and going to the Sofitel in Nusa Dua, which is a 5-star hotel. If your usual hotel group is Intercontinental or Ritz-Carlton, this might not be the resort for you. If you want to come to Nusa Dua and get great value, then I couldn't recommend this hotel highly enough. The rooms, well, you've seen the room that we're staying in, and you get rooms with 2, 3, 4 bedrooms as well. So if you're a family, I mean, when we've stayed at the Melia in Nusa Dua, the family rooms, not that great, so then you're having to buy 2 rooms and 3 rooms. Using a 3-bedroom apartment or a 2-bedroom apartment makes so much sense, both financially and also the fact that you've got a kitchen there as well and communal meeting places. You saw the size of the balcony in the 1-bedroom apartment that we've got. It's huge. You can spend all day out there, and the sun's on you, obviously on the side that we were on. But again, the price, I'm going to say around about £500 for the 4 nights. It could have been a little bit less, it could have been 400 and something. And what I also did was, because I've actually started to like the Accor group hotels, I bought the group's privilege card, which I think is called the Voyager, Accor Voyager or something like that. And what that entitles you to, it gives you a discount on your purchases when you're booking the hotel rooms. It also gives you an immediate upgrade to the silver member, so you get some benefits with that, and it gets you close to the gold member as well. And that's something that I couldn't recommend highly enough to people. I do it with Intercontinental as well. I'm an ambassador member there. Obviously with this one, the Voyager member. If you come across offers like that, have a look. If you're going to be staying in that group's hotels, then it could be a real money saver for you, plus all the perks that come with it. I've also said it's an established hotel, so all the greenery, all the trees, all the shrubbery, it really blends in, and you've got lots of shaded places to stay under. And with this hotel, I think they do quite a few company bookings, and I think there's been a function on while we've been here as well. And what that means is the rooms are taken up by business people who tend not to be around the pool making a noise, well, not during the day anyway. So it's been relatively quiet, even though, if I'm not mistaken, we're almost at capacity. I've hired a bike from Accor while I'm out here. There's bike parking just round the back, so easy to get to, nice, safe and secure. I was really impressed as well. When you get to the back of the hotel, you can go through the door and you're out on the street and there's a supermarket next to you. One of the things that I like about this hotel, they're not precious about keeping you in the hotel, spending money in the hotel for themselves. So when we first got here, it was explained to us that if we got any takeout food, it was to be delivered to the reception and we had to come down and collect it. They wouldn't bring it up to the room for you, which is fully understandable. Just the fact that they're saying to you, it's okay if you want to get takeout food, we don't have an issue with it, I think is absolutely fantastic. And the Kmart or whatever it was called at the back of the hotel, if you come to a resort, 9 times out of 10, they will want to keep you on the resort, they will want to take as much money out of you as possible, and I haven't found that here, so I'm really, really impressed with that. All the staff have been fantastic, everybody's got a good level of English, the rooms have been cleaned perfectly on a daily basis, and I have no complaints whatsoever. With regard to the breakfast, again, if you're used to Ritz-Carlton, if you're used to Intercontinental, if you're used to Shangri-La's, then this hotel probably won't be for you. The breakfast, you had everything there that you could possibly want. You've got Indian food, you've got the staple British fry-up, all the cereals, cold meats, cheeses, etc., etc. But you don't necessarily get the range within those groupings that you will get at some of the bigger hotels. And also, it's not a huge hotel. It's a nice, compact hotel with good gardens. So you're not going to be overrun with 1,000 people like some of the hotels that you get on some resorts. I've come away with my son before my wife and daughter join us, and then we're going to be tracking around Bali, staying in some more hotels and some villas further north. And I found this hotel to be perfect for what we purchased it for. So we didn't want to stay in the hotel all day. We did want to get out and about on the bike. Something else as well, it's a perfect location for exploring. So there's a shuttle bus that leaves the reception that takes you down to the Bali collection, which is almost like a shopping village. Still hasn't fully recovered from COVID, but there's plenty of eateries there, there's shops, pharmacies, etc., etc. So that's a really good place to visit, either during the day or at night while you're in Nusa Dua. But just around the corner, you can go through one of the 3 gates that's on the tourist area of Nusa Dua, and you're on a road with massage parlours, with restaurants, with knick-knack shops, all in easy walking distance. And again, when you go to some of the resorts, they are removed from those areas, and it takes a taxi ride or a bus ride to get there. Not the case here. Really enjoyable part of the holiday, that being able to get out of the hotel and go to a restaurant or go for a massage and not pay the hotel prices for either of those. So yeah, that's it. Off to Kuta, off to the Pullman in Legion, and I couldn't recommend this place highly enough. A really good value family hotel. I think if you've got kids, this would be an ideal place to bring them, especially as you can get the rooms that we've got with 2 or 3 bedrooms. Obviously, as the kids get older, they'll want their own as well. So it really helps out, cuts down on the cost, everything that you could possibly want for a family break. Perfect. And this is the bike that I've hired this time. It's a Honda PCX 160. This is going to take me all over the island. So we're starting off down here in Nusa Dua, and as I've already said, then over into Kuta, back down to Nusa Dua again, up to Ubud, then up to Lavina, and finishing off down in Seminyak. So very much looking forward to riding this around. And it's the second time I've hired from Bike Ago as well. Huge recommendation there. You get insurance, the bike gets dropped off and picked up. All the bikes are in good condition that I've had as well. So yeah, big recommendation there. And a tip is, if you're coming for an extended period of time, get it at the month rate because it's so much cheaper than the day rate.